Chess is deep, chess is infinite, chess is a mirror of yourself, chess is a metaphor for life, and chess is a search for the truth.
Wrestling brings determination, confidence, toughness, heart, love.
Chess is intellectual wrestling. It's all about making great decisions on every single move.
Pick someone's mind before a match, and having a mental edge already can gain you so much confidence before you even step out on the mat.
Preparation in chess is a big thing.
I'm prepared before I even go to the tournament. I think about how I'm just gonna step out and put on a show for the people.
There's a famous saying about chess that you only need to see one good move ahead.
Once you learn how cutthroat chess can be,
You are one-on-one.
players are attacking each other, one false move and you're dead.
It's do or die. It is my time to win.
If you were to say who is the grandmaster right now at heavyweight, the Magnus Carlsen, if you will, it's Gable Steveson, perfect 16-0, going for the title here against Mason Parris, a familiar opponent from the University of Michigan, as they've squared off multiple times in the Big Ten. Thank you, by the way, to the grandmasters Irina and Maurice from the World Chess Hall of Fame for their help right here in St. Louis. We're glad you're with us tonight. 2 weights to go, and we have saved the best 2 for last. Our penultimate matchup here. Mike Cousins and Tim Johnson high atop the arena. Jim Gibbons, national championship wrestler and coach, is 10 rows from the floor. Quinn Kesnick is mat side tonight. 1 versus 2, guys. This is great.
Yep, Mike, during that tease there on the chest, there was a face-off between those two. They were staring each other down. Two men here, grandmasters at their trade.
Probably one of the most impressive performances I've seen in a while is that 12-4 decision in the Big Ten Finals that Gable Steveson was able to put up on Mason Parris. It was a 8-point spread. Just was able to go ahead and attack like he's doing right now, and if Parris can go ahead and weather some of these things and get the match to another level. But no, shot right there. Steveson quickly goes around and collects the points.
Who does that but Gable at heavyweight? The snaps, the go-arounds.
You look at some of the footage of what he's been able to do to take big men, 250, 260 pounds, just basically snapping them down, and their head just bounces off the mat.
It looks like the Brands brothers, actually, with their head snaps. Or maybe Jake Varner. It's very impressive.
But again, going back to that Big Ten championship performance, 12-4, Gable is letting Mason know that it's going to happen again, and he's off to a quick start.
Yep, and back in March of last year, the Big Ten's 8-6 in favor of Gable Steveson, but he was adamant about where he thought this was going to go and that he thought it was going to be 3-0. Tony Nelson, the last to win it at heavyweight for Minnesota. 2012 and 2013, Cole Conrad, a 2-timer as well, and Brock Lesnar in 2000. And Gable has indicated that he does have some interest in perhaps going into the WWE at some point.
He's a showman, he's an entertainer, loves the big stage.
You take a look at both these young men. They've got so many options with their future, the size, the athletic ability. Try out for the NFL. They could take a look at Mason Parris, his academic work right now as an engineering student. Look at a couple weeks where Olympic trials coming up. You have to think that at this stage anyway, that Gable Steveson has a great opportunity to make the team. Going to have to go through some really thick competition to be able to do it, but both these men have great futures ahead of them. Just got to be excited for them.
Those trials April 2nd and 3rd down in Fort Worth, Texas. Several wrestlers here have already qualified, but all champions auto-qualify for those trials as well.
These two gentlemen have already qualified. They were got a dual focus on their mind, but right now it's single.
Shot right there. Wow. The vantage point I had, I thought that, yeah, there's going to be a little challenge on that, cause beautiful double leg off the mat. But I think that through the course of that action, it looked like they were in.
Challenge the takedown.
Yep, they're out at that point.
There they are.
Yep, you
They're
bet.
out.
And they came back in pretty quickly after that, but good call.
Good call by the officials.
But you see how quickly Gable works. I really enjoyed the admiration he showed for Spencer Lee, who we're going to see next, the #1 seed at 125 pounds, trying to become a 3-time champ. Gable said at the Big Tens he only watched 2 matches, and one of those was of Spencer Lee because he wants to emulate the way he scores.
Well, he also wants to emulate the way that Spencer Lee has separated himself from the rest of the field, and that was his goal, and he did with his Big Ten performance, as Jim pointed out.
Yeah, and it's really difficult for, Hodge voters to determine who's being dominant and who's not. I mean, it's just different in the 2 weight classes at 125. Spencer Lee being able to go ahead and do great work in the top position. He's the best in the country at that position. This is the beautiful work that our camera guys caught before him. These guys. Mason Parris is letting Gable know that this is going to be a different match. And I think Gable's excited about that.
Gable's been quoted as saying, "This ain't no rivalry." Certainly made that clear in the Big Ten finals.
Meaning it has to be close. There's not, he says it's not even close between he and Parris.
He said beyond that, after the rivalry comment, I'm not worried about nothing. It's going to happen again, which would make him 3-0 against Parris, a national champion. And you discussed the Hodge Trophy. Spencer Lee, Gable Steveson, 1A, 1B in that race as well. The only Minnesota wrestler to win it was Jason Ness back in 2010.
Pressure coming in, snap circle. No pressure back, snap circle. Center.
The thing about Mason Parris is he came in to Michigan a big-time athlete, and he's transitioned to a big-time wrestler. He's just trying to break the code here with Steveson, but the all-state linebacker,
1 minute.
the qualifier, and the shot put, the discus, the 110 high hurdles, and then last night we found out the 300 hurdles as well. What an athlete. And Jim said lots of opportunities, but he has become a big-time wrestler.
We'll see if Steveson basically tries to hit that double leg. And I think that the adjustments that the Michigan coaching staffs have helped Parris with is that we're not allowing that overpower happening here for right there. Every time that Steveson gets that underhook or an overpower set up and you're pushing into him, he really manipulates you around pretty quickly and gets to a good shot. So nice adjustments made by the Sean Burnett and Michigan's coaching staff to kind of slow this match down.
Steveson named for one of the greats, Dan Gable. Steveson's name, Gable Dan Steveson.
And Dan Gable is certainly watching right now, having a watch party down at his winter home in Florida with all his family, I'm sure.
Defense.
When we're done here in St. Louis, UFC Fight Night in Las Vegas. A great bout at middleweight, Brunson, Holland. We're at heavyweight here, one more weight to go. And that matchup comes your way next here on ESPN.
Yeah, beautiful little shot right there. Low level change, driving through, getting both ankles.
They're out along the edge, 5-2, Steveson.
Set, cover.
And cat-like quickness there, which Steveson just showed, able to lower his level and trap that lower ankle and drive through.
Now Parris trying to pick up his pace a little bit to do some level changing.
Stall call on Parris. His second to point to Steveson. The lead is 3, 80 seconds to go.
Get out with the grip, gentlemen.
Parris entered this matchup looking to be the first national champion for Michigan since 2012. The last to win it for Minnesota was Tony Nelson, the heavyweight in 2013.
Both guys just tied up right now. Really, it's up to Parris at this point in time to go ahead and try to take some sort of shot. It's just so difficult because the quick feed of Steveson, he goes back on the re-attack. Expect Mason Parris, the type of competitor that he is, to go ahead and manufacture some sort of offense right now. Even if he doesn't get it, it's okay because he's just got to make his attempt to try to become a national champion. Right there. Sees Steveson senses that. Relaxed, ready to move his feet.
Job on that snatch there with the head on the outside. Just tremendous year. What a job of growing over 2 years and becoming absolutely the best. Got a great couple of weeks to look forward to as he now wins a national championship and moves on to try to make the Olympic team and win an Olympic gold.
The Gophers started the day with 5 champions at heavyweight, and heavyweight U adds another one. Gable Steveson, a national champion.
Oh, that's why you want to show up early for the Minnesota meet, just to watch that man warm up. Take a look at this little beautiful little counter shot. Gets the quick little angle, switches off. Let him know his corner that he's got it under control.
There's some high. Wow. That's not just a. Oh, that is a high scoring.
Look at it. Beloved by his teammates, too.
Is it too late to get in on the NCAA gymnastics competition for Gable Steveson? It's a long time coming for him. The championships were supposed to be in Minneapolis last year. They were canceled, and now he sits atop his weight class, Quinn.
Simone Biles weighs about, half of what this big guy weighs. And you got to think, if there's NFL scouts watching this, 285-pound guy who flies in the air doing that's a round-off back handspring, I believe. Gable, correct?
Yes, sir.
Gable Dan Steveson. You join your namesake today. What does that mean?
It's been a long time coming. A lot of doubters. People would change their mind on who I was. A lot of people just ain't believe me at this time. Thankful to be here. My family wants me to win. Man, I'm happy to be here for real.
You've been in the limelight since you were in 8th grade, basically. Have you dealt with that? And what's it feel right now?
Just stay level-headed. There's gonna be a lot of haters, a lot of people talking, a lot of lovers too. You get in this position, you gotta stay focused. There's gonna be a lot of people that say someone else can beat you. You gotta keep moving forward.
You've put yourself in a wonderful position in life. Olympics, college wrestling, NFL, WWE. You got a lot of choices. Where do you think you see yourself?
Shit. Hey, I'm happy to be here right now. We'll take it one step at a time. Thank you.
Great point. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Dominant.
Well, Quint, there might be NFL scouts watching. There might be talent scouts watching in Stamford, Connecticut, the home of WWE. But being in the moment, sometimes that's exactly the best place and the right place to be, because for Gable Steveson, the trajectory he's on, it's only upward from here.
Get a chance to get to see his father, Bobby.
So 9 weight classes down, another #1 with a victory. Our final match of the night is perhaps college wrestling's most dominant performer. Gable Steveson, the second most bonus this year, but Spencer Lee of Iowa